Odell Beckham Jr.'s temperament has gotten a lot of attention. They claim that opposing defenders got into Beckham's brain. They had the potential to make him lose his cool, his fury, and his focus. That was, at least, how it appears. In 2016, the New York Giants wide receiver was punished in part for flinging himself helmet first at CB Josh Norman after the two had fought physically and verbally for an afternoon. Beckham threw a rage on the Giants' sideline earlier this season following another heated game with Norman. According to Dan Duggan of NJ Advanced Media, this prompted head coach Ben McAdoo to say that the 23-year-old needs to regulate his emotions better and be less of a distraction to himself and his teammates. So in today's video, we are going to discuss in detail what happened to Odell Beckham Jr. So let's start from the start. Odell Cornelius Beckham Jr. is an American football wide receiver with the National Football League's Los Angeles Rams, NFL. Beckham, who was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, attended LSU and was picked in the first round of the 2014 NFL Draft by the New York Giants. Beckham has been one of the most popular players in the NFL since his debut, but his personal life has received media attention. In his first year at LSU, Beckham started the 2012 BCS National Championship game and won the Paul Hornung Award after his junior season in 2013. Despite missing the first 4 games of the season due to injury, Beckham set multiple NFL rookie receiving records in his debut season with the New York Giants. Beckham became the first player in NFL history to have more than 75 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 10 touchdowns in a rookie season, as well as breaking the rookie record for receiving yards per game. Beckham originally gained global recognition in Week 12 of his rookie season, when he caught a one-handed touchdown pass while falling backwards in a Sunday night football game against the Dallas Cowboys, which many analysts and sports back wardmen dubbed the greatest catch ever made. Beckham was named Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2014. In 2016, he became the NFL's fastest player to surpass 200 career receptions and 4,000 career receiving yards in the same season. After leading the Giants to an 11-5 season record in 2016, he had his first 100 reception season and made the NFL playoffs for the first time in his career. In each of his first 3 seasons, Beckham was named the Pro Bowl, and he was twice named the second-team All-Pro. But what happened after that? After Tom Coughlin resigned as the Giants' head coach, Beckham started the 2016 season with a new head coach, Ben McAdoo. Beckham was fined $12,154 on September 17th for a dance celebration during Week 1 against the Cowboys. In Week 2 against the New Orleans Saints, he was penalized $36,000 for a blindside hit on safety Kenny Vaccaro. Beckham became the fastest player to achieve 200 receptions in only 30 games during Week 3 against the Washington Redskins, who featured Josh Norman. As the Giants lost a close game of 27-29, he finished with 7 receptions for 121 receiving yards. Beckham had a career high of 222 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns in Week 6 against the Baltimore Ravens, leading the Giants to a 27-23 victory. In a 24-14 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 13, he had 10 receptions for 100 receiving yards. In a 24-19 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 16, he had 11 receptions and 150 receiving yards. For the first time in his career, Beckham started all 16 games and finished with a career high of 101 receptions, 1,367 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. For the 3rd year in a row, he was named to the Pro Bowl. The Giants finished 11-5, claiming a wild card berth and made their first playoff appearance since 2011, but were defeated 13-38 by the Green Bay Packers. In the loss, Beckham had 4 receptions for 28 yards. Following the game, an enraged Beckham punched a hole in the visiting team's locker room wall. The Giants agreed to cover the costs for the repairs, which were completed 10 days later. On the NFL Top 100 Players of 2017, he was ranked 8th by his teammates. Beckham's 5th-year option was exercised by the Giants on April 24, 2017. Beckham sprained his ankle against the Cleveland Browns during the preseason. Beckham was forced to miss the start of the regular season due to his injury. Then the Cleveland Browns acquired Beckham along with Oliver Vernon on March 13, 2019, in exchange for Jabril Peppers, Kevin Zeitler, and the Browns' first and third round picks in the 2019 NFL Draft. While playing with the Browns, Beckham was held to only 2 receptions for 20 yards in a 40-25 win over the Baltimore Ravens in Week 4. Beckham punched Ravens CB Marlon Humphrey late in the third quarter, prompting Humphrey to choke him. Freddie Kitchens, the Browns' head coach, was upset that Humphrey was not disqualified for choking Beckham after the game, saying that they get away with it because it's Odell. Beckham and Humphrey were each fined $14,037 on October 5, 2019. Beckham caught 6 passes for 101 yards in a 32-28 loss to the Seattle Seahawks in Week 6. He was fined $14,037 by the NFL for a uniform violation a few days after the game. Beckham broke the NFL's cleat color policy by wearing Joker-inspired cleats against the Denver Broncos in Week 9. During halftime, he was obliged to replace his cleats. Beckham was diagnosed with a sports hernia on December 8th, according to reports. Following all of these sanctions, Beckham underwent core muscle surgery in January 2020. Then, in Week 7 of the 2020 season against the Bengals, Beckham suffered a knee injury in the first quarter and did not return after attempting to tackle Darius Phillips after an interception. Beckham's season was cut short the next day after he suffered a torn ACL. On October 27, 2020, he was placed on an injured reserve. In 7 games played in 2020, Beckham had 23 catches for 319 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns, as well as 3 rushes for 72 yards and a rushing touchdown. The Browns announced on November 5, 2021, that they would be releasing Beckham after he was excused from 2 practices earlier in the week due to his father's indignation on social media about the way Beckham was being exploited in the Browns' offense. On November 8th, Beckham was waived, and on November 11th, 2021, he signed a 1-year agreement with the Los Angeles Rams. Even before signing a free agent contract with the Rams in November, Odell Beckham Jr. was no stranger to the world of Hollywood entertainment and sports personalities. Drake, Kanye West, and LeBron James are among Beckham's buddies. Beckham, on the other hand, has thrived in a supporting position away from the limelight since joining the Rams. Beckham has 4 touchdown receptions in 6 games for a Rams squad that might claim the NFC West title on Sunday, with receiver Cooper Kupp on course to perhaps set multiple NFL receiving records. Recently, Beckham said it was great to be back in the end zone. Before signing with the Rams, he had not scored since October 4, 2020, while playing for the Cleveland Browns. That was a few games before he suffered a season-ending knee injury. But he is optimistic about his career now despite the downfall from such a huge start. So let's see what the future holds for him, and if we see him survive now or whether his career is just on the verge of ending. Now that's the end of our video. We hope you liked the content. If yes, then let us know in the comment box. What do you think became the reason for the fall of such a once-to-be great player, Odell Beckham Jr.? Or if we have missed anything about his career, then let us know that too. If you want to see more of such videos, then do like and subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon not to miss any. See you in the next video, and until then, goodbye.